Hello, my lovely people. Remember to like and to subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment if you want to. If you want a personal reading, you can email me. My email is down in the description. Just send me an email with your question or questions, and I'm gonna get back to you with a PayPal request. If you want a personal reading, you can just send me an email, but I do not need details, so you can just send me like one, two, three questions. I don't need the names, zodiac, all of that. But if you're someone who needs and feel like you want to explain your situation, go ahead. Because sometimes people are overwhelmed and they don't know how to ask or what to ask exactly, and they're gonna be asking 5 questions or more. So yeah, if you want to be a member of my channel, I have two members level, have one and two. I'm always adding a few perks and more perks for the members. So I have two playlists, the daily playlist and the members only videos. If you are member level number one, you can have access to all the reading except the detailed reading. The detailed reading is a package reading where like it says details on the side. Basically, the most recent I've done live detailed reading, which is like what is your life challenges, all of that, expecting things in life and all of that. You can see in the description what kind of a card related to the topic. Anyway, let's start. I didn't do any coffee cup reading on my channel. I do coffee cup readings for myself, my friend, but I was like, let me just try something new. Today we're gonna do fire signs. So yeah, I already let this sit for a little bit. Okay. So of course, because there's a lot of signs, different things here going on. I don't feel like the fire signs in general. I don't feel like you all going through the same thing. Because some signs are going through some happiness, and some signs, because you can see the half colors. Some signs are going through conflict. It's almost like the circles are turning, and I do feel like yeah, there's Sag, Aries, and Leo. So some of you are going through things, and some of you are getting out of things, and some of you have a more clarity where you are going through things. I don't feel like the fire signs are like not in alignment right now in their feelings, so they're all different here. So we're gonna get in more detailed, but some of you could be like starting to get out of a negative cycle you were going through, and you trying to like you started to get out of this negative cycle. I do see that. Let's see here, fire signs. So follow your intuition, because when I do those reading, for some of you might be resonating more with like the fire signs reading than the water sign. It depends on your chart as well. So sometimes you're gonna feel like, oh, my moon sign is more dominant, right? Anyway, let's see here what's going on. I do feel like a lot of clarity going to come in love. For some of you, you might be meeting your twin flame here. I do feel some of you meeting your soulmate or twin flame, or for some of you, it could be like also a fire sign, another fire sign. But majority of you is like a lot of people having clarity in love fire signs. Can I speak having clarity in life? In love, because I have a lot of different messages, so sometimes I'd be like saying different things, but I'm gonna get to the live. Oh my god, yeah, live thing. So because a lot of signs here, so some of you having clarity in love in general. It's like you're getting better in love. You finding your soulmate. You finding your person. But others of you having more clarity, like moving on, having peace in love, and maybe not meeting anybody, but you having clarity. But for others of you, I do feel like definitely the Sages here, like if you are sad, you having a lot of conflict in love. That's why like there's like I cannot speak because there's different things. So if you are Sagittarius, you're gonna have a lot of different things in love, but I do feel like not a clarity. You might feel like more confused, or you're gonna get in a rough cycle in love where you're gonna feel like your person is not the one, or you're gonna feel like you made a wrong decision. You feel like you're not loved by a person. You might be a little bit upset, so going through a negative cycle for you to get clarity on love in general. So you might be getting out of a negative cycle. You might find yourself a little bit obsessed and stuff like that, where you're going through a rough cycle here. I do see Aries, a lot of you Aries here really focusing on friendship, relationship in general, like general relationship, not just love. Some of you could be like not giving a fuck about love, like not caring about love. You're focusing on partying and having a good time. So it could be like you got out of a negative cycle in love. Maybe you did invest your time, for some of you, some Aries here, you did invest your time in love and it just didn't work out. So you might find yourself feeling like you want to be single. For some of you, if you are an Aries and you are in a relationship or you are with a partner, you're gonna find yourself, you don't feel like you want to be with this partner. You feel like restricted and you're gonna just like feel a little bit annoyed and you feel like you want to be free, like you're gonna feel happy, the weather is good, and you're just gonna go be playful or happy. I do feel like a lot of Leo is going to start feeling more grounded here. If you're a Leo, more grounded, more responsible. Also, you're getting out of the negative cycle. So Leos are getting out of negative cycle. So you could be going through a negative cycle, or you're gonna go soon, but where like you're gonna have clarity, or the dark night of the soul. But I do feel like related to life and love, not just love. So you might go through that, but it's not gonna last long. But I do feel like gonna start having clarity. Some other Leos, it might last a little bit longer because you might have your ego. So if you're a Leo who got a lot of shadow work to do and you're not working on your shadow, you're going to still linger that negative cycle a little bit. Even though you're happy, there's parts of the things where like it's love or life that you're still going to keep doing the same mistakes, but not as bad. But there's like still an ego thing. If you're a Leo, there's a lot of ego things. For some of you, you might expect a baby, especially if you're a Leo, you might expect a baby, or an Aries also, or a Sag. So some fire signs going to expect a baby or expecting a pregnancy here. I do feel like here, not all signs. I do feel like this is Aries and Leos, not Sag, but some Sag could be. So some of your signs, some of the fire signs are expected to be in a location for something, either work or someone gonna invite you to go somewhere or location or travel or a trip here. I do feel like yeah, there's like here like this rough cycle. So definitely a lot of Sag are going through a rough cycle. You're gonna find yourself having a lot of obstacle. You're gonna have to climb. You're gonna have to change your life. So you might find yourself where like feeling like you're defeated, but you're gonna feel like you're gonna have to change. You're gonna have to change a lot of things here in your life for you to get success. You might find yourself feeling more positive where you going to try to change your life and focus on your life in a different way and getting out of a negative cycle. There's a lot of enemies. There's a lot of enemies. Are you mostly all the fire signs are dealing with enemies and jealous hoes in general? I do feel like all fire signs going to defeat those enemies and all those people. Some fire signs may be stuck, as we spoke about. Some fire signs still not getting that lesson, still getting stuck with those. Karmic people, negative people, and they might be a little bit stuck a little bit longer. Let's see here. 2 month for some of you, 2 weeks for some of you, it's a month and a few days where things going to start changing dramatically for fire signs, especially seeing October here and November going to change for some of you, or a lot of big changes. 2 months from now, so we are like the end of July, so yeah, so August, September, I do feel like a September, so some messages going to happen, or you getting out of some negative cycle with enemies in general, or just like cutting some ropes, cutting some like ties that you were restricted. There's like you finally untying something that you were taking a lot of time, anxious trying to untie it, gonna untie it. And that's it. I hope you liked your reading. Have a lovely day. Bye.